If you were to ask any individual to describe a hobby that has left them with many valuable life lessons, it is almost certain that that individual would describe a sport that they were involved in. Which is why, as soon as I read the description for the assignment, I began to think of the most meaningful lessons and experiences in my life. And funnily enough, most of them, if not all of my most memorable experiences, happened because of my involvement in wrestling. Wrestling is a physically and mentally taxing sport that is known for being tough. And while I might be quite young, I have learned to understand many things through this wonderful sport. Wrestling has been part of my life for the past 6 years, and in those 6 years I have learned many things. One of the things that this sport has taught me was the value of hard work. The long and grueling practices that I had with my teammates forced me to work hard with everything that I do, either working hard in school or pushing through physical injuries such as my sprained MCL, torn tendons, or my dislocated shoulder. Not only pushing through practices, but pushing through cutting weight allowed me to overcome physical pain. This sport taught me to be mentally tough, and much like I had mentioned before, I suffered a good amount of injuries throughout the years, and while physically it was difficult to overcome, mentally it was quite exhausting. The mental toughness that I learned through the sport allowed me to overcome not only injuries but personal issues that I hadn't dealt with. This sport has taught me the value of hard work and investment and patience. The sport has taught me patience because you are not going to become a state champ or a state placer without putting in the work and putting every ounce that you have in you in every practice. Now, while I have been wrestling for 6 years, I never became a state placer. This sport taught me that you get what you worked for. It is because this sport is an individual sport that you cannot make excuses for your outcome. Because a match will only show what you put in during practice and after practice. Which is why, overall, I can say that this sport has taught me so many valuable lessons. Lessons that I believe I would have not learned without.